How's it going, neighbors? This is Ed here with eTrailer.com, and we're taking a look at the Malone TradeSport Ladder Rack on our 2024 GMC Sierra 1500. Adding a ladder rack system to the back of your pickup helps resolve the issue of needing to carry materials that are longer than the bed of your truck. With this one, this is a 6.5 foot box. And if you had longer lumber, a longer ladder than my demo ladder, or even like your sports and rec side, kind of how the name implies, if you have a surfboard, canoes, fishing rod holder, that's a longer one for like fly rods. This is going to work for that as well. In general, this is just the best way to maximize negative space in the back of your vehicle that you otherwise wouldn't have access to. Let's grab some measurements to see what we're adding to the back of our vehicle. So from the bottom of the bed to the bar, we're right at 50 inches. My front bar is configured as close to the cab as possible as far as being able to clear the clamps. And with that measurement, that's coming up to right at 11.5 inches. So you have plenty of space with that. And the clearance that you're gonna have is gonna go clearly over the cab. So if you have those longer items, you don't have to worry about having anything making contact with the back of your cab. And as you can see with the elevation of our uprights, you don't obstruct the back window at all. And let's see, so from the bed, top of the bed from here, we're right at 29 inches. Yeah, right at 29 inches. So that's plenty of space as far as what you can load up underneath the roof rack system to maximize your cargo capacity. The TradeSport also features T-track slots on all the uprights and on the crossbars as well. So that's very versatile for adding in tie-down points or any other T-track accessory. The installation overall isn't too difficult. It's a lot of nuts and bolts, but pretty easy at the same time. So let me show you how to install it on your Sierra. We're going to start our installation by assembling our crossbar. As you can see, I installed the front bar and we're going to get the back put together now. So I'm going to start by just getting my hardware assembled. So I'm going to take my support and I'm going to get one flat washer, one nut washer, and one bolt. And we're going to install it with the curve up. That's going to be the way that your bolt is going to go. And we're going to slide in our washer and then install our spacer here. So I'm going to slide in right here, making sure that I'm aware of the orientation of the curve on the crossbar, because you want the rounded part to point towards the cab. We're just going to slide that in place. I'm going to take my other bracket and do the exact same thing in the opposite way. Now that we have our supports installed, we're going to take our uprights and we're going to install the spacers for the T-track slot the exact same way. We're going to grab a washer, a spacer, and a bolt. We're just going to thread it through. We're going to install our support bracket into our upright by sliding it into the channel. And now we're going to slide the top part into the channel here. All right, now that it's in position, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now that we have our uprights installed on the crossbar, I generally leave my bolts loose so I can have room for adjustment while I install the crossbars on the bed. You want to make sure that the curve on the front of your bar is pointing towards the front of the vehicle. And then we're just going to place our uprights in position about where we would like it, and then just match up the distances that we have on our front crossbars. From there, we will tighten down the fasteners here for the crossbars, and then we'll get the brackets for the foot support installed. You want to make sure that you have the support bars pointing towards the middle and Malone on the outside, and that way you know your pieces are all aligned in the correct position. We're going to take our clamps and install them by sliding it under the lip of the bed and hooking it back over where the teeth align with the grooves in the feet. And you're just gonna give a quick little hand tighten just to keep everything in position. I'm gonna grab my second clamp and position that one as well in the same way. After getting your clamps hand tightened, you're going to use your included Allen key to actually bolt it down. And we're going to make sure that those teeth are aligning with the grooves, the teeth in the clamps are aligning with the grooves on the base for the upright to help it get a firm grip to keep it from sliding. With our clamps installed, that stabilizes our uprights, so it makes it so much easier to fasten down all of our connectors for our support bracket and the upright connection for the crossbar. So now I'm just going to go through and fasten down all those points. You want to make sure you keep your tape measure handy so you can measure for the distance for your overhang. Install our load stops by just aligning the bottom with the T-track that we have on top. I'm just going to slide it across. You want our knobs facing the outside. That way you can make your adjustments. Now that we have our load stops on, we're going to install our end cap. You're going to take the included nut and just drop it into the slot here. And you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver to install the screw. Oh, there we are. And now we're just going to twist it in. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side for the other end cap. So this has been a look at the Malone TradeSport Ladder Rack system on our 2024 GMC Sierra 1500. I'm Ed, this is eTrailer.com, and you have a great day.